Time to preview the NFC East and one of the best divisions in all of football, Bucky. We're going to preview it using our Move the Sticks scouting index.
Through composite rankings, we're going to look at 6 different categories, ranking from 1 to 4. Then we're going to shake it up at the end. Lowest score wins, much like golf, and that is who's going to be your division winner.
All right, let's jump in here at the quarterback position. We're going to work 4 to 1, Bucky, and this is an intriguing group of quarterbacks inside this division. Who we have at number 4?
We're going to have Carson Wentz coming at number 4, and even though the young guy is special, we just have him behind these established players. I can't even say established because Dak Prescott.
You got somebody else in there that ain't established.
I know,
I got you.
Eli Manning at 3 for the New York Giants, 2-time Super Bowl MVP. He gets the nod because he has a ton of weapons on the outside. Should play better. At 2, you have Kirk Cousins, who also has been a guy that has played really, really well the last 2 years. We'll see what his weapons look like. But at number 1, about Dak Prescott.
Throw him all the way up there.
All the way up there. You gotta go big.
All the way up.
You gotta go big. Look, this dude had a passer rating over 100 11 times last year. Like, that is ridiculous. And I know he loses Zeke Elliott behind him, but I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that he is much better in the second season. I think they get better.
Bullish on Ezekiel Elliott coming back and helping him, but we think he can get it done even without
Ezekiel Elliott. I think he's going to be fine.
We'll see if Dak makes us look smart here. Let's go on to the skill positions, Bucky, working 4 to 1. A Washington group brought in some good players, but also lost a few.
Lost more players than I think they brought in. Deshaun Jackson, Pierre Garçon, those are huge losses. These 2 guys were terrific in the passing game. Even though you bring Terrell Pryor, we'll see if these other guys can give them that pop. 3, the Philadelphia Eagles. I love Alshon Jeffrey and what he's been able to bring to the table for them. If he's healthy, he is certainly a number 1 player, gives them an opportunity to do it. LeGarrette Blount, let's see if he can get on track. At 2, skill positions, Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah.
I know Cowboys fans are going to take issue with that, but look, when Zeke Elliott is potentially off the field for 6 games, it changes where they rate in the evaluation. So I'm going to go with the New York Giants at number 1 skill position.
Yeah, you look at all the different passing weapons that they have there. Paul Perkins, who I like, is a nice back coming out of the backfield. Shane Vereen, who can catch it a little bit. But this is all about the receivers, and it's all about a very athletic tight end, Evan Ingram, that they throw in the mix.
Yeah, their wide receiver core is outstanding. Odell Beckham Jr., Brandon Marshall, Sterling Shepard. You have Evan Ingram, who can make plays over the middle of the field. We're expecting big things from him. The running back position, they need to have someone that can give them 100 yards a game on occasion. If they can find that, be it Paul Perkins, be it Wayne Gallman, somebody has to emerge in that backfield because they just can't chuck it up 40, 45 times a game with Eli Manning. That's when the turnovers happen. But I like their skill position. That's why I have
no Rico Gathers mentioned by the Cowboys. Okay, that's fine. All right, let's go to the offensive line here, Bucky. And the New York Giants, Eric Flowers needs to play better.
The whole offensive line needs to play better. They need to be able to play better. They need to be able to run the football. If they can't run the football, they really don't have a chance of being a team that can make a long run in the postseason because they need to be balanced. So therefore, Philadelphia Eagles at 3, the Washington Redskins at 2. I like the way they can play physical. I like the way they can control a line of scrimmage. Number 1 team, Dallas Cowboys at offensive line.
Yeah.
You have 3 first-round picks. Another guy who was great as a first-rounder before unfortunate circumstances forced him to drop down the board. Because of that, they control people, they maul, and anyone that they put back there in the backfield is going to be capable of being a 1,000-yard rusher. I know Zeke Elliott is talented, but even without him on the field, whoever steps in, Darren McFadden, Alfred Morris, whoever, they still should be able to really chuck out those 100-yard games like their ATM machine.
3 of the better offensive lines in the NFL with Philadelphia, Dallas, and Washington. A good division for play up front in the trenches. Let's go over to the defensive side of the ball. Front 7, Bucky. We have the Dallas Cowboys 4, the Washington Redskins at 3. The Giants come in at number 2, but how about that group there in Philadelphia, right there at the top of the division?
I'm really liking this group in Philly, and I think they've done a great job of continuing to fortify what I thought was a strength. Fletcher Cox there you see on the inside, but man, adding these pass rushers on the outside, Derek Barnett is going to be a guy that I think is special. You go him with Brandon Graham, you have Chris Long available
Timmy
on the
Jernigan
outside.
inside.
Timmy Jernigan, who they really got for like a bag of Twinkies. They have been able to really upgrade up front. And then Jim Schwartz does a great job of putting guys in position to make plays. I like this front 7.
All right, by the way, our producer couldn't help but get some Derek Barnett footage in there.
Oh, he had to. He had to put him in there.
He's a ball. Got to sneak him in there.
Homer.
Nice job, Sully. All right, let's go to the secondary inside this division, Bucky. Dallas 4, wholesale changes there. Philadelphia 3. I like the trade, though, for Darby, and then we get to the top 2.
Top 2, the Washington Redskins. We're going to put them up there. You still have Josh Norman. And what I like from the Redskins, I'm hearing that he's going to play off more. They're not going to press him all the time. They're going to let him play off. They're going to let him use his eyes, his instincts, awareness to make plays. They have Stuart Craven still trying to make plays. They even have the old veteran D'Angelo Hall back there playing free safety. So this is a team that still has the ability to make plays, but really it comes down to Josh Norman being able to make enough plays in the passing game to create turnovers.
All right, let's move on here. So you've got them at number 2. You've got the Giants there residing all the way at the top.
Oh, I like the Giants. DRC, Janoris Jenkins. You have Eli Apple. You have a lot of weapons. Landon Collins being able to be a guy that can play from middle to the numbers. They are really, really good in the back end. This is a team that's very, very talented in the secondary.
All right, now we go to the coaches, Bucky, and this is interesting when you look at the coaches inside this division. We got some guys that are a little new at it. We've got a little bit more of a veteran there. I think we've got the veteran there at the very top. Why don't you run through them?
Here we go. We got Washington, Jay Gruden. I like Jay Gruden, but they got some change. You got a new offensive coordinator. They lost Sean McVay. They got a new defensive coordinator in Greg Minuski. That affects the overall ranking. The New York Giants, Ben McAdoo, still trying to find his way as a coach. Look, got them to the playoffs right away. I'm going to the Philadelphia Eagles. Part of the reason I'm going with the Philadelphia Eagles at 2 is not necessarily Doug Peterson, it's what he has on defense and Jim Forrest. This is a guy that was a former head coach, does a great job of turning around defenses. And then the Dallas Cowboys, Jason Garrett, Rod Marinelli, Scott Linehan being able to find their way as coordinators to help the head man just really manage situations. This is a team that really does a really good job of finding a way. They found a formula. When they stick to the formula, they win a lot of games. I think they have discovered that, and that is why they're going to be a formidable team, regardless who's on and off the field.
Yeah, I like Scott Linehan a lot. Let's look at the rankings here that we have. We put the numbers together. The Cowboys, the best offense in the division. The Eagles down there in the 4th spot. Let's flip it over to the defensive side of the ball and see where the Cowboys, wow, they go from 1 all the way down to 4 when we get to the defense. The Giants there at the very top of the list. We scramble it all together, Bucky, and this is what it spits out.
Ooh!
The Cowboys, followed by the Giants, the Eagles, and then the Redskins. But how about that? This is a close division. I think it's anybody's to win.
And we talked about it being a toss-up division. Anybody can win this. Whoever gets hot, particularly at the quarterback position, whichever team is able to ride the hot hand of the quarterback, that's going to be the team to win.